It's a rainy day today. Hope it doesn't affect my stream too much. But it's the kind of day that you just want to like lay in bed for a while. Just chill. But for me, chilling is playing a game with a nice story. Much like sitting down and reading a good book, in my opinion. Also, I just made sure that that mission isn't a point of no return. More to the point that it doesn't lock me out of anything. So I will be starting with that mission today. Irrespective of whatever side quests I've been doing as of yet. Because I really want to get to the main story bits.
Okay. Guess I should go to this watermill then to find out what's going on.
No watermill. We're teleporting all the way out of here. Oh, what's this mission quickly? The sunshine. Oh, it doesn't matter. Wait. Oh, right, that's the campsite for that thing. No, I'm not doing that mission. I'm not gonna even do... Well, I could do this mission and then run up to... Nah! But there is an opportunity for, like, a nice mod. Where do I have to take it again? Oh, to that dude. Yeah, let's just do it. Start off strong with a nice, T-Rex hunt. And then get to the main story mission. T-Rex, great. Any other of the big dudes, not so great. Even the behemoths are quite frustrating to take down. Well, if I get a good hit on their electricity thing, things fall fairly quickly. North.
This has to be the place. The Thunderjaw shouldn't be hard to find. Just hope I see it before it sees me.
What if I... Oh, there it is. That was easy. How am I going to do this? Always start off getting rid of its discs.
They're scanning for me.
Well, I can't hide in the flowers. It's not the right kind of flower. Whoa, what did it crumble just then? It knows I'm here now. A few seconds of stunning. I want the heart. Ooh, that was bad on my part. I wasn't paying attention. Where's the other stuff then? Whoa! There we go, that's what I wanted. Let's run past and see if I can't find them! There's one. Eat this!
This isn't good.
There must be second. Oh, it's further along. That was lucky on my part. And we're done. Oh.
Full already.
No good. Wait, full on what? I can't even get the thing I wanted. Sparkler, don't need so many. Useless flowers, don't need them. Next time I see a merchant, I have to inquire about selling some stuff. And I think there's a merchant here. Yeah, there's one. Oh, wait. Okay, so he's right there. Stiff body. Have I mentioned that I forgot to charge my controller, so I have to have it plugged in? Normally I would prefer to be chillaxing backwards in my chair rather than having to sit straight up.
We kept the faith. They're the heretics, not us.
Oh, apparently we're entrusting delicate
Oh, it's you.
matters
I
to
have your machine
savages
part.
now?
A deal's a deal. See to the girl, and it's yours.
On my oath. But tell me, if this girl survives, what do you suppose is her future?
Whatever she chooses.
Better than not having a future at all.
What a charming notion. Come, come, let's be quick about this. Kindness doesn't keep well in the heat.
It is just a little girl.
It's you. Hello again.
I've brought someone to
Don't
see
look
your
at me so
sister.
creepily.
How did you... What did we do to deserve... No. Wait. I don't even want to ask. In case a shadow passes over and it's gone.
Smart boy.
She'll have his full attention, won't she?
Once I'm freed of other distractions, yes.
Well, this sucks because I don't have full healing balm. I don't know how important that's going to be for the next mission. But I have plenty of potions, so there's that. Let's just go it. I could teleport, but
He's fooling with this ceasefire nonsense. Nothing is forgiven.
Sell weapons. Don't need this. Don't need that. Woobo, I got a better one. And that's an elemental sling, that's a blast sling, so those two can both stay. Wait, tripcaster. Oh, yeah. Okay, everything's fine. Oh, no, not everything, because I still need to sell a bunch of useless resources. Oh, sorry if you're just joining in and you're watching me selling random rubbish, basically. I can probably get rid of the animal stuff as well. No, wait, no, I haven't done the rat one yet. Give me space. This was a triumph. I'm making a note here, huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. I have a lot of this. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. I have a lot of echo shells, but I don't want to sell them in case I need a craft. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. Oh, about the cheesecake. I have delivered it and it was received happily and joyfully, so it all went well. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to sell anything else. I made space. Oh, I can sell this. Nor Brave, that was the one done by Teb. I don't want to sell it. Purely out of... You know. It's Teb. This is my... If I go against a Deathbringer, I definitely want to bring the Carja Silks. I should actually upgrade my Carja Silks. But in the meantime, let's see... it's actually a pretty decent damage, but it's not good enough. Sorry, if you're not above 20, I'm not going to even give you a second look. Ooh, that is above 20. So is that. That's not. The resistances doesn't matter as much. Keep them for now. Oh, I don't need so many corruption resistance. I have so much money. 25 corruption resist might be worth keeping. Whoopsies. Buying. And I'm pretty sure there's no more weapons I need to buy. I'm not interested in any armor. Resources I'm very good with right now. Ooh. Oh. Sure. I'll take that. I forgot about that. Ammo. Because I don't care that much, I may as well just buy as many as I can. No, it's better to build. It's better to spend it on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Okay, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Any better stealth? The answer is no. Resist ranged? Eh. A little bit of shock doesn't hurt. It's not my best armor set. No, that was still the best one for that one. No protector. Stealthy, stealthy. Okay, now I'm good.
The ceasefire? It's a nice idea.
Here's a question I've been
Home any faster.
dealing with that I really don't know when the best time to ask it is, but I don't know about widgets on my stream, because for me, my main impetus for doing all of this is so I have a high, the best way I can think of is
I'll come back later.
fidelity.
That woman said to meet her at a green tent down in the camp. Might be worth a visit.
I'll do that later. What was I thinking about now? Oh, right, widgets. Because I don't want distractions on my screen for people who watch my stuff. I just want to be able to just get right into it and
I'm heading down.
post the
I've spent a
videos.
lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure, as year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
Kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobek here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you
it
wish
worked.
to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Download button.
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
Ugh!
I underestimated you. See, by now,
What? Oh, don't suck me up. Oh, they know I'm here.
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
I'll take my time. I don't care how many people I have to kill. Oh, that sounded awful. I'm sorry.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Secrets.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Oh, it's like a... What are they called? Receptionists. This morning's unfortunate incident with Dr. Popovich is another example of reception's need for additional support. We appreciate that Zero Dawn is an immensely complicated effort. Is that what it said? Project. But as the staff who serve on the front line, we're tired of being neglected. As we have already requested, we need human translators, fluent in Polish, for example, security staff who can subdue enraged embryologists. Who would have thought the embryologists would be the ones that are enraged? And dermal sedatives to calm persons who are screaming in Polish while hurling chairs and vases at reception staff, for example. Oh, he must have been Polish and an embryologist. Because I think they're all just referring to the one person right now. Yes, most of the candidates are reasonably calm and well-behaved, but we need help handling exceptions to that rule. Please respond. Something had someone upset. Someone was very upset to be hurling chairs. Who would want to hurt a chair like that? Reception staff continues to require additional support managing Zero Dawn candidates when they arrive at the facility. Many are frightened or confused. Some are highly agitated. These are not the sort of persons who are accustomed to having information withheld. At minimum, we need human translators. The Langbots are not sufficient. And mild sedatives for extreme cases, like the Polish guy, Popolov, whatever his name was, I forgot already. Perhaps you can start by responding to one of these calls. Why are they not responding back? Mushrooms! That's what I hoped. Mushroom! Badger. Mushroom!
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
Nah, this is the waiting room. Did they say that? They probably said that. I wasn't paying attention. Soundproofing. Would it be possible to improve the soundproofing between VR1 and the lounge area? Most of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation, but the ones who scream or sob can be plainly heard by candidates waiting their turn in the lounge. Just a thought. Oh, it's setting up quite nicely. I'm just remembering back when I first played this. I too was incredibly confused as to why everyone was freaking out. But then, if you remember, Ted Farrow in his meeting with Elizabeth Sobek had some choice words about how he felt about her plan. Please be sound and not... Oh, I have to keep reading. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge's selection of herbal teas. If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varietals, I'm going to lose it. Please respond, and this time no tempest in a teapot or steep demand jokes, okay? Well, that seemed to be the two that I could do.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
Well, time for reveals, I suppose. What's with it? Am I not on the right quest right now?
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Secrets
Welcome
revealed.
to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret superweapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a superweapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. Here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it. Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
Was your path lead? Not too close. Oh, come on. Oh, I can go up.
Let's not join them. Find her.
Come on. Well, that didn't go according to plan, but it wasn't a complete failure. Woo! Nope. Your path only leads you there. Your path leads you further on, but still not any better.
Move along now.
Smell any worse?
You're not gonna see me.
Good. We're too close to let tribal primitives stop us now. The data points, what did they contain?
I will look in a moment. Calm your knickers, sir. Okay, which side should I start? Let's start from these things. Play audio.
It is accurate, yes. So these mechanical monstrosities...
PhD molecular cellular biology.
They feed off them? Not just people. All organic matter. Every living thing. Dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel. In a word, yes. Who did this? Pharaoh? That asshole. Is he here? No, Doctor. Please, tell him Tom Pike wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doc, please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
Want to discuss?
Oof.
Travis Tate.
So, Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible
Data
real
security
serious.
consultant.
Not just Texas Bubble serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My tastes run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malkeith was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place. You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
Hey, he annoyed his way into Zero Dawn. Brad Andak, formerly of FAS.
Who previously worked for Pharaoh Automated Systems.
On the chariot line self-replication routines. I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since
Would you like to take a moment?
No. I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Tech could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and
Absolutely
light.
didn't mean to do that one.
There were no limits. God, there were no limits.
Someone is very upset with themselves for creating the plague in the first place. PhD Suzanne Alpert.
With Suzanne Alpert,
Environmental
scientist.
there we go.
Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said. Not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
And is that it? Counselor Guidelines. Let's read this. For debriefing after presentation 1. Candidates must be allowed to ask questions and be given necessary time to fully absorb the information. It is important to be aware that candidates have been exposed to triggers for severe mental and emotional trauma. Do not assume silence or outward calmness indicates acceptance. It is essential to stress that all other options for combating the Pharaoh Plague and preserving the continuation of human life have been considered and found unworkable. Communicate this fact calmly but clearly and firmly. You know what? Who's counselor to the counselors? Because I'm pretty sure the counselors reading this would have to have their own counselors to have them process all this information. Familiarize yourself with the data on the catastrophic environmental impact of nuclear engagements versus the swarm, and feasibility of maintaining life in orbital, lunar, or undersea structures, so that you can counter candidates' objections in depth. If a candidate asks for time alone to review supplementary information, allow this without hesitation. Be sure to inform security personnel so the candidate can be monitored for attempts of self-harm. Candidates should only be cleared to proceed to presentation 2 if you believe their mental state is sufficiently stable. I couldn't be bothered to read the last bit, sorry. Can I get the... There we go.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, US Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Harris said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
What is left? I think they still need the activation codes. Ron Felder, candidate interview, aerospace engineering.
Let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
Hey, someone needs to be sedated. I see that there's still another... Oh, it's upstairs. Well, fun with people dealing with the stages of denial. Oh, I didn't see this when I was up here before. Well, then again, I was more focused on the dude.
Something else behind.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. PhD art history.
There is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things?
I know that there's already a lot to take in.
In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible, but it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die?
Well, we all will die one day.
Questions. I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me.
You were brought here because of your skill set.
No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
Their memory must be preserved.
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek. You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose.
Apollo?
Now these aren't AIs, but
Poseidon?
make no mistake. Each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system.
Minerva,
The beauty
Demeter,
of a fully
Artemis,
automated terraforming
and
system
Hades.
is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them.
Minerva
shutting
is
down
the
Pharaoh
hacking?
robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to
Hephaestus
do its
builds.
work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes.
Critical
It's not
part.
an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it.
But what about Hades?
We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes.
You know,
By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life. For us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? Why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the Archive of Knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Whew, more scanning and reading. Any enemies? No, it doesn't look like yet. Make your selection. You are now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Zero Dawn, classified far above top secret. As such, we regret to inform you that you cannot be allowed to leave this facility. There are 3 options available at this point. Participation, indefinite detention, medical, euthanasia. I don't think I need to explain these. Participation, you are expected to work 80 hours per week. You'll be monitored. You and your immediate family, or 2 persons of your choosing, will be transferred to the Elysium sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural lives. Indefinite detention. Should you choose to decline participation in Zero Dawn, you will be confined indefinitely. You'll have 48 hours to reconsider, after which you'll be considered irrevocable. Irrevocable. Oh, no, that is correct. Every reasonable effort will be made to make your term of confinement as comfortable as possible, but you will be given no contact with the outside world, and you'll die within 18 months. Medical euthanasia will kill you, so you don't have to deal with any of that. You will still have a 48-hour waiting period that is required, during which you can either choose participation or confinement. Please notify your counselor of your choice. So the question is, what would you choose? Like, I mean, I'm not assuming people watching would have... I mean, maybe someone watching will have qualifications that would be of interest for Zero Dawn, but if you did...
I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves they weren't cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. A better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. Isn't it just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom? I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard, to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
Oops. It is vitally important that candidates choose to participate in... Oh, this is behind-the-counter stuff. Voluntarily and knowingly, without additional coercion, and without value judgment on the part of the counselor. Confirm for candidates that they were selected due to their skill sets and accomplishments. Emphasize that their dedicated participation will increase the chances of success. Frame participation as an opportunity to respond actively in the face of overwhelming threat. So pretty much we heard most of that from Brad already. It's not because of your culpability, it's because you have skills. Candidates question the fairness of the selection, validate such objections as normal, even admirable responses, and emphasize the value. Likewise, candidates may balk at the morality of extending their lifespan while their loved ones die. Validate their hesitation, acknowledging that, while the reward of Elysium is not fair, it will be earned. If possible, redirect their ethical misgivings towards greater commitment to the project. When candidates challenge the plausibility, permit them to review Dr. Sobek's presentation as many times as they wish. Allow them to suspend the interview to fully process the documentation. A significant minority of candidates will elect to medical euthanasia. It is important to receive this decision kindly and without judgment. Advise them of the 48-hour waiting period. Emphasize that euthanasia will not occur without repeated consent when the procedure is scheduled to take place. No one will be euthanized against his or her own will. Candidates who elect for indefinite detention must be informed that they have 48 hours to reverse the decision, after which the decision is irrevocable. That's the word they used before, right? There must be another little ditty somewhere. I mean, there's a few here. Someone's gonna choose euthanasia. Suzanne Alpert.
If you're still nauseous. No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this, but the damage is too great.
Oh, she's the one who failed before and thinks she'll fail again.
To Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam? No. No. Life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timor.
Hello, Morp.
Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You'd grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Oh, cuts out. What she got wrong was that she has part of a project to bring life back to a place and failed. So I think that overwhelmed her when she heard about the project being a big version of that.
Is he to make sure I behave this time?
Security, for your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Whoops.
I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my own man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. He's kind of blue skying. It's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
Oh, this is eternal detention.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What did you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
Yeah, you can't just leave, mate. You didn't read. What did it say when it came in here? It said, like, not authorized to be in here? Something along those lines. Something purple this way comes. Stranded shackles. What's that about? This is the second pair. Oh, hello, Zeno. Everything's going great. I'm just revealing the truth about Zero Dawn, the name of the game. And watching the aftermath. Hello, anything in here? Do I climb? Or is this... Is this the euthanasia room? That's actually creepy. I'm out. I'm out. I'm pretty sure that was the room where people get killed or disposed of. Hoo boy. This is actually quite a heavy section of the game, if I'm completely honest. Was there another square? Nope. Let's just go. Any enemies? Nope.
Intruder!
Ah! There is.
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Wait, why can't I move? Oh, Hollow Knight is on hold for now. I've been mostly spending my time trying to find games that people would find interesting to watch. Hollow Knight wasn't so big, but I do intend to play it anyway. I don't want to lose health. Center mass. They don't seem to be coming, so might as well pick up these bombs for now. Oh, you're right in here. Thank you for everything. Yeah, I mean, Steel Soul is incredibly stressful. It's probably one of the main reasons why I've been reticent to play it. But I also have been thinking about getting into video editing some small videos, stuff that I don't do on stream, rather. I'll definitely stream Hollow Knight, but I'm just thinking about other games that I might play purely as recording, edit them down, and put them on my YouTube. Oh, wait, I have to scan it. I can't just pick it up. Tom Peake.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff.
Power's down.
But the alternative...
Is there another route?
I've done this before. Just need my
For there to have been all this and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. Counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake, I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic, attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe, anyway.
Well, it's like, the reason why I'm putting effort into content creation site. It's what I've said before. It's sounds a bit depressing. It's something I can have control over, something I can do. Up until this point, the whole voice acting thing hasn't been going too well for me. I mean, much of entertainment professions have been on the back burner. Luckily, South Africa's now on level 1, so maybe things will loosen up. I don't know. I hope so. The other thing which I've been doing is the sciences, of course. My bachelor's in biotech. But I've been wanting to go look overseas for potential options.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair, not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
Fund the arts. Just saying. Travis Tate. Good old Travis Tate.
Those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit.
Creepy
one
man.
Nails too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
Oh, he must have been the most disgusting roommate. Put him in... Wait. Oh, wait a second. I just remembered something. Well, okay. It was better when I didn't remember things. It was better when I was in the moment. I should just continue being in the moment.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
I want the mushrooms with more. Is it you? No. Is it you?
Hey,
Oops.
Hey.
Ah! Oh, there we go.
I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse.
Maybe there's a
I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Oh, it's backwards. Okay. Is it this stuff? I'm a little bit confused as to the order of... Oh, up. So it's down, right, up, left, down. From where? Oh, no, it's this one first. So is it this way? Then down? This way? Up? And then this way. Or is this the only one that's off? Oh, I see. This one's upside down because the pharaoh's at the bottom. This one's supposed to be correct. Ah! Well, just turn everything twice then.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Okay, so I need to do the door to get the to unlock the other thing that's upside down. I'm so suspicious there's gonna be more annoying dudes coming soon. Where to go? Ladder. There was something I scanned up here. Okay, yeah.
Found one. Looks intact.
Looks intact but covered in limestone. Oh, hello. Don't mind if I do.
That should do the trick.
So now it's down. Other way. Up. Other way. And then down. We're going down, down. Oh, wait a second. This isn't correct still because the whole thing's upside down. Okay, the first two are the same. The only ones I need to change is these ones, I'm pretty sure.
That did it. Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Why is it when, like, you're streaming and you're not on your own and you have to think out loud, you're dumber than when you're quiet and you're calm and you're just like, oh, okay. Oh, wait, no, this is where I just was. More proof to that point. It was to unlock this door, that's what it was.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
But they don't have to break stealth. None of them are directly hitting me. You're not gonna come near me. You're gonna go a long way around, so I think I'll go after you first. Music, calm down! Oh, no.
Not sure what... By the sun!
No! I did not build for combat of melee types. So I have to go into inventories. Let's get the melee armor on just in the middle of combat. Don't mind me undressing and redressing.
You can't.
How about I make you go boom instead? Get away from me! Okay, let's hunt instead.
Don't let him sneak away!
See, my issue right now is that the glare is making it impossible to aim. 1, 2. Ah, that was annoying.
guide me.
Can you shoot with still arrow on your arm? Evidently not. Yes! Please be the end of it.
Or not.
Oh, they're coming through here now. Gun time!
Room's clear.
Oh.
For a moment, anyway.
But get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Well, some loot stuff. I don't care about your plans, Silence. I want to loot. And I have to, because I have only limited health. More... Wait, no. That's not more mushrooms. That's more mushrooms.
Need them soon enough.
Now, before I go anywhere else, just see what else is here. There's something up there. Cultist sniper. Cultist sniper. Can I get up there? Evidently not. Ooh, some scannables in here. Oh, this is an interesting looking room. What is this? It's just a triangular part. Looks like what the cauldrons are made out of. So there's a little bit of information there. Simulation results. Wow, you weren't kidding about Gaia's predilection for animal morphologies. Sure, not totally unexpected given the rough natural terrain her bots have to traverse, but I agree that there's something deeper going on here. Her designs aren't just functional, they feel like tributes. Is the word that comes to mind. As though she's already mourning their loss. And not just for the disappearing fauna, but creatures from fossil record too, like T-Rexes. Well, whatever Gaia thinks up, Hephaestus will empower her to build it. I just wish we could still be around in Century 2 to see what she makes. So that was the simulation of what would Gaia build. Is this an example? No, that's just like a piece of the cauldron.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots. And not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulations, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies.
Nah, triangles,
Her designs aren't about
fractals.
to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical in places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
True. Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen it myself, in the cauldrons. Stalkers, Ravagers, a Thunderjaw. How could it do that? And why?
Why indeed?
Why indeed, Silence. You took the words right out of my mouth. For every answer we get, there's 10 more questions. Full steam ahead. If I doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you for the Hephaestus Alpha. You need to stop worrying about your age and communication style. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself. You know what you're doing. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This, combined with your design for AM Foundry Core, for the... what does AM stand for? And the Foundry site selection plan add up to a comprehensive plan. It's time to start construction. One detail: consult with Ayomide Okilo before you finalize silo inventories. Hephaestus' first task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers Minerva will use to transmit the deactivation codes. So any exotic materials you need for the towers should be accounted for in the inventory plan. Okay, so Okilo is the... She was the one that was the prosthetic limbs fighting to protect the lithium in her country after being attacked by the Pharaoh robots. She's in charge of Minerva, which I'm just going to say outright.
I've seen these shapes before. In cauldrons.
Oh, you said it too.
The birthing places of Gaia's machines.
Minerva is for the hacking of the Pharaoh robots' deactivation codes. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have that revealed anyway, so I don't feel bad about saying that right now. I mean, you can probably surmise what each of the subordinate functions' function is. Hey, there's a scannable in there. Could I get in there somehow? Not yet. Oh, I was hoping I could break the limestone. Is this where the snipers were? Yeah.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside. More Eclipse.
Oh.
Careful now.
Yeah, I can definitely take these guys on stealthily. Dare say he could even, stab a few in the head. I mean, snipe a few in the head. But not yet. How do I exit? Oh, I have to come out here. Ah, there's a information thing. Encapsulated DNA. And the winner is Encapsulated DNA. Over the past 10 days, I performed an exhaustive review of data storage solutions. Magnetic, optical, quantum, even that Eternity tech that FAST was chilling a year ago. But every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings, too heavy to transport, too massive to install in the allocated space. This is actually an interesting topic, because when I was studying biotech, DNA as information storage was actually a pretty big topic as well back then. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold the 40 plus zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize, of course. To start with, we need to select the inert material in which we'll embed the molecules, as well as design and fabricate the power systems and sealed reliquaries that will keep the DNA at minus 18 degrees for 1,000 years. In other words, to prevent the information from being denatured. So long as I assure you that it doesn't factor into my decision, may I confess that I didn't deem it entirely fitting, indeed propitious, that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction? It's not just ironic, but heroic. Life as the hero, beating back the forces of oblivion. I don't care about that last bit. I probably should have, but I don't. Does anyone's...
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations.
I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic.
You know, it's a kind of a perfect opportunity to do away with language.
Of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come.
Oh, but the point is the preservation of culture as well, so I'm being very short-sighted about that.
And gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
It's kind of like alternative future WALL-E. As the one guy said, a colony ship is unfeasible, so that's the story of WALL-E out the question. Apollo update. Let's read this. Over the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of a copy of the Homer archive from Far Zenith has made itself known. As a result, all of Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule. Apollo has already surpassed 40 million discrete data entries and continues to grow. The physical science modules are effectively complete, with soft science modules close behind. World history, cultural data, and media archives are also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapping up. How do I summarize this? With attendant curricular development about to begin. Okay, so it's basically designing the schooling. Speaking of the heuristic curricula, they are performing well in testing, with children and adolescents demonstrating high levels of engagement with and trust in the Aristotle and Aspasia personae. I can't say that name. Aspasia, I think. Personally, I find them highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half my professors had been so entertaining. I like this lady. She is what I think teachers should be, which is people who are absolutely in love with being teachers. He's not looking towards me.
She can't be far. We'll find her. We have to. Could be something here.
Seriously? Why couldn't I?
If you're here, show yourself.
That works for me. And yes, the patrol path mechanic is what I would call wonderful. I want the skull heads to be taken down pretty quickly.
Who's up there?
None of your concern.
I need this.
Just need to make sure everyone is tagged. It should be tagged. That's your path. Oh, he comes right here. Don't want to stick around here for too long. Ooh, mushrooms. Wait, I'm stuck. Okay, he's no longer looking for me. Just turn around, and you're mine. Oh, I'm not in my stealth suit anymore. That's probably why I'm having issues. Oh, forget it. If I lose stealth, it won't matter too much. Yes. Come on, hurry up. I don't have all day. Ah, he's got the Deathbringer gun. Wait, why is there a walking thing up there?
They know I'm here now.
Oh, come on! Why am I stuck here?
Farewell, fool.
The sun can't save you now.
That's the last of them.
Well, your armor can't save you now because you're dead!
Should have been a cave of wonders. Look around. See if anything is left.
Audio.
Dr. Sobek,
Harris.
please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066,
Didn't we already
I
hear
served as
this?
the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff,
Where he's going
the
to talk
highest-ranked officer of the United States
about
Armed
how he
Forces.
failed the world?
The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks. By throwing more
Now I can
death
finally
at
climb up there for
It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry. And that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
Helis would call him weak. I mean, here's the issue with the peace. People will always...
Welcome to Hades. Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe
People will
protocol,
always have faults.
the ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine your Gaia 200 years from now and this new biosphere you're growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do. Which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocating. You get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
Unbelieving as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
Liar! Well, mostly. Noise complaints. Color me confounded, Lizzie. Bashcore, anyone who says the old TT codes to Bashcore is straight up lying. And you know it. Old Trav don't have no truck with commercialized razzle-dazz. Nuh-uh. Heck, I'd rather guzzle a liter of Citrum runoff than listen to Grace Worm for 30 seconds. Hand to God, and I swear my mama's grave. And she was religious. Nah, you ain't Bashcore blasting the Hades lab, shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's death metal, girl. Classical music. 80s and 90s mostly. Got me from Dutch deathcore, some Japanese gore grind, from Swedish cannibal theme stuff. Stop by if you want to listen. Or heck, come within 15 meters of the lab. Ain't no Bashcore, you'll see, oh here. Rather in the screech that rends the air, and feel in the throbbing pulse of the floor and walls of the ceiling, swallowing you like you're Jonah trapped in the gullet of gothic deathfish. Hallelujah! As for those requests to turn it down, no can do, Lizzie. This is how I code. Turn down my death metal? Might as well give up on stimulants, chocolate melts, and industrial accident vids. Last I heard, we were supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code an extinction protocol without death metal? Nah, I don't think so. He is a jerk. Tate here, just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a go-to-luck solution to Guy's rather extreme executive authority. If it ain't worth 10 to 12 hours deep dream time, what is? Before this, every usurpation protocol I designed failed in simulation because it was either too hard or too soft. Too hard? It degraded Gaia core. Sure, it pried her figurative fingers off the figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control. But by breaking her fingers, sometimes her arms too, so that wouldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done its business, so I had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for the wear. Too soft, and Gaia only pretended to relinquish control in simulation after simulation. Hades would take control of the terraforming system and reverse operations, only to have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly re-reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky. I swear, ain't nothing Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going, even when it's just simulated plant life. Turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, then unseat it from command position so Hades can slip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now, so it's not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure it'll work. Yeah, those blues are pretty strongs. Guess it's time to sleep in bed. I'll be back to it tomorrow, alligators. Well, I suppose my slurred speech kind of made sense in that one case. Archive abuse. Samane Baji. Mr. Tate, this mail concerns Apollo Archive submission, big number. Your 666th submission in just 5 days. And oh, what a doozy. Despite earlier warnings, re inappropriate materials, you choose to submit 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Allow me then to thank you on 2 counts for giving me the pleasure of rejecting your submission, thereby consigning your favorite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to know that I made the future safe from these disgusting ordeals. But all 16 installments of Making a Millipede, don't worry, the Pasolini material has already been preserved. Extreme perhaps, but art. For clarifying a concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethically fought for archivists such as myself, the definition of obscenity you have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied in Judge Potter's famous utterance, I know it when I see it. Thanks to you, I can now apply a single objective criterion. If Travis Tate submits it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all of your future submissions, sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time you would have spent preparing future submissions on, or I don't know, your assigned work. We have a world to save after all, or the rest of us do anyway. Hey, getting a little bit saucy back in Zero Dawn. Oh, probably more people wanting to kill me. Hello, who's this?
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Raleigh Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors, to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
If you think so, there are more places all around the world, not just in America. Makes you wonder how things develop, internationally speaking. F. Zeke Chambers Klein. The ectogenic chambers arrived 2 days ago. I've spent the last 36 hours examining him and poring over the technical documentation. They are a revelation, astonishing. I don't know what you have to give for the little trade to get these chambers. I'm doing French, not German. I'll just read it normally. But it was worth it. In a single leap, the embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technological shortcomings. The risks of ECMO resolved. Nutrition delivery resolved. Hormone instability resolved. 12 other risk areas resolved. Before I examined these chambers, I considered the Odyssey to be a fool's errand. Yes, hiccups. Mass fabrication of the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident they can be resolved. I'm going to rest for a few hours and get back to it. More plans in 48 hours. So, I scanned one of these things while he was talking. Basically, these are just electronic wombs that they were talking about. Cradle Servitor Personae. Development of artificial personae for Cradle Servitors Natura Disciplinarian T. Healer continues at a good pace. We are targeting Turing 04 for these constructs. This should allow low-grade empathy and limited improvisation without undermining adherence to codified behavior sets. The stimulus-driven doing accents again. Switching of personae, however, is proving to be a greater software challenge than anticipated, especially concerning the entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinarian and healer personae. I have also attached the reports from an incident where a servitor running Mother Personae intervened on a disciplinarian servitor's behavior. The parental argument, if you will, is amusing at first glance, perhaps, but deeply concerning. I have attached a comprehensive plan. Data corrupted, doesn't matter.
Should have brought a cart.
Mario Kart. Cradle sealed. Eleuthia 1 is successfully sealed before the swarm advancing across Xinjiang province could detect it. Ping back from crucial systems is good. For our maiden voyage, a success. Regards my disputes with the betas over zygote selection. Of course, I understand we have unlimited overhead to run simulations on gene flow and future humans. But we can all agree there is margin for refinement in future cradle populations. In addition to personally overseeing completion of Eleuthia 2, I will formulate and propose a modified zygote selection plan within a week.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
Go back to
the
All
hatch
Mother.
wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Well, let's climb up to Elizabeth's office. I think that's all the main places have been resolved. Or the main subordinate functions. We've heard Hades' existence. But as I said before, answers are still needing to be answered. Any humans? Not yet. Listening? Yes, it's listening.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is, give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
So Gaia was well under construction.
Looks like it
Whoops.
used to hold something. Some component that got removed.
This thing? What was removed?
You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Oh
When
wait,
you're back up and running at the new
skipped
site,
one.
we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
All things are possible. Yeah, so what did I miss?
Would benefit from antilopinae morphologies, though caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
Grazers.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, As I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the Quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet...
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good.
Oh, pry open door. This is the point of no return. Oh boy.
I'd have to ditch something.
Okay, before I go to the big giant glowing thing, let's look at some of the minor stuff first. Odyssey has failed. Some terrible news, I'm afraid. Far Zenith has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Last night, telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up. The ship, its crew, its cargo, zygotes, and seeds, its alpha build of Apollo, all were lost. Zero Dawn is now the only hope for the continuation of the human species. Yeah, yeah. Artemis status. This is animals. It's coming along, Liz! Who's this? Charles Ronson. Oh, this is the other dude that's not Aussie. I'm positive about it. If those words can still mean anything. I had my sleeves rolled up, negotiating with frozen zoos for their samples. So many species trapped in ghoulish hologram dioramas, suspended in what-ifs, more than 14,000 that went extinct between 2000 and 2043. We've started mapping out a primary succession, selecting the pioneer organisms for a balanced and sustainable biosphere. Microorganisms, insects, rabbits and hawks, fox and wolves, thousands more that will have to wait their turn until a new generation can be entrusted with the duty of restoring them. So can they return to a world this time? Oh, so that they can return to a world that, this time, will understand the concept of conservation before it's too late. There's already too many too lates. We lost a whole collection team during the swarm breakthrough in Myanmar, or Burma, whichever one's correct nowadays. The samples we lost were, well, irreplaceable. But thanks to you, Liz, the circle of life will bend, not break. Will bend, not break. The Earth was lifeless rock. That, and it will be again, but not now, not like this, not on our watch. I think that's it. No more scans. Let's access data.
The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
Hey, download symbol.
With this,
that time it actually made sense.
Registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy.
Oh,
the creation of a
he
machine.
reinterpreted the word bastard in its original meaning.
Why were you created?
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Is it finished? Do I have it? Helis! Shoot him in the groin! Whoa, that's a bomb. Shoot him in the groin. He is such a naughty boy.
Still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child.
Well, I've just repeatedly said what kind of death I want for you. right.
My entire life,
Yes.
I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was
Until you
sneezing.
came along.
My focus! My
When
spear!
I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How?
You know, with that necklace, you look like a Far Cry villain.
With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. I kept
Without
thinking
any of the
moment
charisma.
My knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
I mean...
If you're gonna go on babbling like this all night, could you just kill me now?
Oh no, we're in no hurry, you and I. Not now.
Maybe some physical torture to distract me from your voice?
At that moment, on the mountain, I aimed to kill you with dispatch, and yet did not. Why? This failing troubled my thoughts, haunted every step.
You are
It was
so
only
insane.
When I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun.
As a sentence very seldom said. Thank
Everything
goodness he's
as
a
it was
religious
meant to
zealot.
be. Predestined and preordained.
A more practical man would have just killed me. I mean, he is.
Some destiny. You're following orders, not some grand cosmic design. You're a puppet, with Hades yanking the strings. A pawn pushed around by larger forces. It'd be laughable if there weren't so much killing involved. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it.
Okay, so I'm gonna burn.
You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then open this cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs.
Pretty music.
The errant beast,
Ugly man.
now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice...
He can't even do his...
I forgot to tell you.
No, I shouldn't say that.
After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east.
Oh, right. No,
to rout
no.
the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land.
Oh, no.
I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
Ooh.
Why butcher dozens of innocents for no gain? It's a waste of effort.
You're right. I won't even be there to enjoy it. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only do
well, that's why you have a series of runners. That is
do we not see the scorching judgment
important
of the sun in these
military
events?
command at its most basic.
Your focus. Such a powerful device, isn't it?
Don't squish it.
And yet, so fragile. So you see, this time, I did not hesitate.
For goodness sake, Silence, please tell me you saved that information. I can't remember what happens.
Carja faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon. A new day.
I don't know
to break.
how this amplification works.
The false Sun King will be
Everyone
dead,
is screaming.
and Holy Meridian ours once more.
There's nothing to say that his position would make him louder than anyone else.
All halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold! Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause?
Oh.
Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many faithless, crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eye of the sun, but it is mightier still, infused with the power of shadow. Let this one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die.
I need fire arrows.
Be the first of thousands.
Oh, that would have broken my legs anyway.
I'll never beat that thing without weapons. My weapons are up on the platform. There's no way out of this ring. Maybe I could use the strength against it. That pillar's weak. Another hit, and that pillar will come down.
It just went down, though.
Getting ready to charge. It's down.
Woo! Poorly designed and designed poorly. Quick change! I think the suit works. Will work, rather.
Hey! Guess who got her weapons back? Now you're just a big dumb target. Come and get her! Freeze canister.
There we go.
those components on the sides of its head. They've got something to do with its lymphocytes. That canister on its belly looks important.
I want these things first. It does so much damage when I pop them, so... Wait, where's the other freeze canister? Oh, there it is. It's on the other side. There we go. Eat that.
Silence!
What about him?
Shadows, kill her.
Fire arrows it is.
Kill her!
Why leave it to them? Come get me yourself!
Good try. I mean, there was nothing stopping him from also learning how to corrupt, so... It made perfect sense that he could. There's still a lot to unpack, but let's go to Noraland as soon as possible, I suppose.
So you're here. Really here. You risked your life.
Of course I did. If you'd been killed, the Nora's sacred mountain would never have given up its secrets.
Too bad you wasted your time, then. Helis destroyed my focus. And the Alpha Registry with it.
Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I've duplicated every data file you scanned. Installing that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
You're really good at making it impossible to like you, Silence. But I guess I need this.
It's time to see where you were born. Maybe you'll even learn why.
Yeah. Meet the machine that birthed me into this world. Isn't that how you put it?
I'll be off.
Wait.
You're not very good with people.
Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique. I had to destroy a corruptor to obtain the necessary parts, of course. But your example showed me how to do that as well. Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through your focus. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from rites practiced by Banuk shamans. Though, of course, far more advanced.
Great. You're welcome.
I'm assuming you were a Banuk shaman in some respect.
Helis recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the Eclipse. Not that you knew the man who killed who almost killed me.
So now you know. The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed.
Right. How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
Really, Aloy? It doesn't take a genius to surmise that Helis would throw you into the Sun Ring at high noon.
I wore out 2 striders getting here in time, but I did. Now be on your way.
I'll be on my way. To make matters worse, Helis ordered an Eclipse detachment to attack the Nora Sacred Land. The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance. You should come with me.
He's not gonna come.
Absolutely not. I have preparations to make elsewhere.
What kind of... Why do I bother asking? You're not gonna tell me.
When the time is right, I'll be in touch. I'll contact you later. In the meantime, should you need to return to Shadow Carja territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity.
You think of everything, don't you?
One of us has to. Aloy, when you were recovering the Alpha Registry down in the Zero Dawn bunker, I was needlessly cruel. For your sake, I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain. Not a what, but a who.
Compassion. Actual compassion.
Yeah!
I suppose you have to prove yourself to Silence in order to earn that kind of remark. Frustratingly enough. Hey, am I just gonna get teleported? Nope. Okay. There's a few campsites I can grab on the way. Oh, wait, no. Well, there is still. I'll grab a few campsites and then teleport to... somewhere? Oh, skills! I've got a lot of skills. Let's add a 3rd arrow. I think. Yeah. Combat sounds important now. Scavenger, maybe. And then I'll start working through this line. Come on, Kyle!
Stocking up.
There's another campfire. I'm just gonna get this one, then teleport out. Okay, time to teleport out. Wait. Oh no, that's... No, let's save the world. Let me guess. Takes a while to load a new area so far away, but hey, the game's been doing alright so far.
Trees on fire. The embrace. Watchtowers.
Oh, I thought I dodged that. Even though I didn't actually dodge. think the fast arrows are going to be more pertinent in this combat round. Oh, Krabs has also dropped lenses.
The gates couldn't hold. This is Hades' future. Metal. Ash.
Goodbye, Kyle. You did nothing, but you served me well.
What are they shooting at me?
I don't need to fight a Deathbringer right now. To that end, no, you know what? I'm going to change to Carja Silks. That's fire in range. That should give me a little bit of defense against many of the attacks. As long as I run away the requisite amount. Is it fog or is it just smoke and ash? It would have been nice that I have done more damage, but... There we go. Get rid of as many of these dudes as possible.
Fascinating, if they weren't looking for me.
Whew, heavy combat coming up. That is faux show.
Another battle. Another defeat. The eclipse smashed through.
Should have set up traps, but... Whoa, two of them! That sucks.
Right on target.
Nope, no bombs for you. That one's dead. That one should be dead soon too. Oh,
More of these.
I can build more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, nice. Exact numbers. Healing. There's purple here. Give me something good, please. Ah, frost resist. There's a lot of enemies.
You're finished.
Okay, I'm doing pretty alright with the sniping right now. One, 2, 3. One more. I have to march on forward.
More Eclipse. It's a corrupted Thunderjaw, all right. The survivors must be holed up in the mountain. If the tunnel collapses, they'll be buried. And I'll never reach the hatch.
Ooh.
Braves, to Aloy's side. Now!
Hey! Okay.
For our mother.
Okay. He said for Aloy. You didn't have to throw in a bunch of unrelated dead people. You teleported me to the wrong. Come on, shoot!
Bring down the demon.
I want the heart done. Or at least open up the heart. There's another one somewhere. Are you an enemy? Yes, you were. Ah! That's gone.
Track it down.
There's still annoying people that around. Hey, you missed. Now that one makes sense. This one's better. Because they keep fighting fire, so I may as well fire fire as well. Whee!
Aloy did it. We only helped. I thought we would die.
Kind of hoping for another stealth.
Oh.
But there was a lot of good stuff, so I shouldn't lift a gift modification in the mouth. Whew. That was intense. Oh, I forgot that I still had some disc charges. Hey, but the thing was very intent on killing me, so I'm pleased that I focused most of my attention on survival, not thrival.
Your deeds reenact the old stories. Another metal devil struck down upon the slopes. If you hadn't returned, the tribe would have been lost.
Maybe.
You saved the tribe. Did what no brave or war chief could do.
I'm glad to see you're all right, Varl. You are all right.
Since the proving. So much death. Is the killing over?
Not yet.
For now, but this was just one battle, Varl. There are more to come.
I see. So long as we have you to fight with us, I suppose we'll make do.
Are your injuries serious?
Bruises pale. Bones heal.
Don't give me a hunting song, Varl. Are you okay?
My body aches, but it's nothing that will keep me from fighting.
How many survived the attack?
Nearly all the matriarchs, and many families, goddess be praised. But braves, just a few, and most of them are wounded. Never before has an enemy stabbed the heart of our people like this. Even the Karja, in all their red raids, never broke through to the Embrace.
Well, this enemy may have broken through, but they never got back out. We made sure of that. Tell me about the attack. What happened?
They struck from the east. Our sentinels saw the killers coming. Said that beside them marched Deathbringers and Corruptors and other machines, driven mad. We took ground, met them with clouds of arrows. Some fell, but they kept coming. Finally, we withdrew to the gates of the Embrace to make our stand. But they were too much for us. Those who survived fell back to the mountain.
So the survivors took shelter in the mountain? By law, only matriarchs are allowed inside.
It was Tirsa who broke the taboo. Ordered the tribe into the mountain for safety. Lansra, well, she didn't agree. But I don't think anyone heard her over all the screams and shouting.
Tirsa's decisions saved lives. Good for her. Common sense isn't always so common around here. I need to go inside the mountain.
And the matriarchs will be eager to see you.
I'm sure, but I didn't come here for them.
Then, what for?
You will see.
Can I speak to you? No, you're cool though. Teb! I can't remember if Teb survived. And, who's the other dude? Cast.
I have no love for the Karja, but you can't deny their clothes are...
Oh, come on. Why are you still alive?
You.
Hello, Resh. Still guarding the latrine?
Leave me be.
Good thing I found Sona, huh? Can't have a tribe without a war chief.
I was wounded in combat. I make no apologies.
Of course not. Why would you get started now?
There's Val. More brave.
Aloy!
Alara!
I brought Brahm here when the invaders attacked. We barely made it.
Oh, that's Brahm.
Go away.
It's Aloy! I brought Mother's spear with us. Everything else we had to leave behind.
Glad to see you have it. I know what it means to you.
Can I speak to you again?
I hope the enhancement to your spear has proved useful.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Oh, Mother, you have given me the greatest of blessings. Health, warmth.
The battle was lost. Until you came.
Aloy! You've come back!
The Seeker has returned.
Come. Speak to us.
Foolish woman. You welcome a curse.
Oh, shut
Come,
up.
Seeker, we have much to discuss. Her very presence here is a blasphemy.
Can I speak to Jan now?
Aloy, I don't know how you survived out there. Not even Nicole could have done it.
The music's quite loud. Val spoke to you before. Kind of.
The outcast girl.
Jun!
A lesson.
Oh.
I've remembered what you said many times. I think I'm better for it.
Are you the loner?
I was lucky to make it here alive. The invasion was terrifying to behold. I brought extra stores of Dreamwillow.
Oh, yes, okay.
Aloy, I'm glad to see you again.
You're the healer.
The Dreamwillow you recovered has comforted many who were wounded in the attack.
All the side quests are coming,
So many wounded. So many dead.
but I don't see Teb. I don't remember you. I'm sorry, Anara. But where's Teb and Cast? No.
Tirsa declared all Nora welcome to take shelter in the sacred mountain.
May the arrows fly true.
So, you have finally returned.
She not only returned, but fought her way through many enemies to reach us. Outside, she brought low a corrupted Thunderjaw. She lifted the siege.
How was this done? By the will of All Mother. Have you returned to speak with the goddess, Aloy?
Yeah?
Yes, I guess you could say that.
I keep predicting what she's gonna
Think
say.
it'll work this time.
Sisters, surely we cannot permit this. Because of her, our tribe teeters upon extinction. What if she has come to wake her father, the Metal Devil? She means to finish our destruction. We must stop her.
Lansra, it's over. It's time to step aside. I'm not gonna hurt you. If there's anything I've learned since the Proving, it's that there are bigger evils in this world than you.
Oh, snap!
Finally.
And the evil you represent is ignorance.
Hold for identiscan. Error. Alpha registry corrupted. Correction. Alpha registry restored. Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed.
Well, Tirsa always believed in me. In a way, she's been my true mother. In the game. That was the smug look of showed them.
I see you're inside.
Figured I might be hearing from you.
Shall we begin?
I never stopped.
And I don't have to hunt down people, I'm here. So this is gonna be Lore Dump again! Cave drawings!
So this is Eleuthia. This is where I was born.
Where you were made.
Something here. Stranded figure. I feel like I'm missing one because I didn't get one in the building. So that's the correct way. Here's some of those wombs. Oh.
So these are artificial wombs.
The mothers of a new generation hundreds of years ago.
And me. So this was it.
Chamber B1001. Birthing logged 3021 AP04. Standing by?
Where you were born.
But why?
Gestation E9B1. Spawning phase tasking complete. Correction partial reactivation. Standing by. Viable zygotes and storage equals 0. Ooh. No more babies left. Oh, more cave paintings. So there's a fox. Is that one of Minerva's towers? Looks like a robot is cleansing the children. The robot is mother to the children, as per the servitor directives. Nursery E9B1. Nursery E9B1. Nurture phase tasking complete. Nutrient stores depleted. No more food.
These look like cribs.
The cradles of a cradle facility.
And those things, the multi-servitors, they took care of them.
Playpen.
There was no one else.
That would mess up with children's minds. To not have someone who looks like you out teaching you. Oh, hello.
Another day has passed.
You mean the lights got dim? I don't want to sleep, Mother!
I know, but it is time to get some rest.
No, I'm king today. What I say goes. I want to see the real sun, not lights and pictures.
You will, in time, children.
In time, 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 in time.
Ew! Oh my word! Ah! Awful sounds. There's another tower. More animals. Deer. There's the sun. So, some of these children were literally obsessed with the sun. The servitor was clearly that thing over there on the ground. It looked human, but it definitely wasn't.
Blue is the color of the sky. White is the color of clouds. Yellow is the color of the sun. Green is the color of grass. Flowers can be any color.
Broken.
Take a look.
Painted on.
These are yellow and black, and they love flowers. Here they come. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
Children, let's run and jump and blow off steam.
Leave us alone, Father.
After what just happened, I can't leave you two alone. You broke community rules.
Just let us talk then. Go away.
I'm sorry, children, but I must provide supervision.
You're not even a person.
You sound frustrated. Let's run and jump and go off steam.
So the servitor is treating adolescents as children. Once again, not very healthy education-wise. Kindergarten alert. Multiple system failures. Nutrient stores depleted. No food. Education failure. I would assume.
I have no choice but to release you. But why? There is no food here anymore. But there's food out there? We don't know for sure.
Come on, let's go!
I don't know.
Mother, can we come back if we're cold?
I'm sorry, but that won't be possible. You will have to support yourselves now and take care of each other. What will happen to you? I will stay here and sleep and remember all of you. What will happen to us? You will be brave and you will learn.
Seeing the beginnings of a culture through this. So that's where the term braves come from for, you know, braves. Alright, seeing this picture. Let's see what this says while I look at the pictures.
Someday. That's what you always say.
We want it now.
It's big down there.
Now, Father.
Children, that area is not yet available.
Get him!
Physical aggression detected. Physical aggression is not permitted. Except yours.
Damn sentinels.
Children, may I be of assistance?
Go away, healer.
Lena, you have suffered mild bruising.
Go away!
They weren't permitted downstairs.
Looks
Oops.
like they didn't like this door very much.
It wouldn't open for them. Of course they hated it.
Yeah, so the robots were very I believe that was one robot with different personalities, and it was kind of what's the term? I don't know. Inconsistent personalities? What's that called? I can't think of the right word. Oh, I can activate scan.
Genetic identity confirmed.
Bipolar.
Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed. Welcome to the Lyceum, a place of learning.
Place of learning, and they weren't permitted to enter.
So, what was this place exactly?
The dream of Apollo. Never realized.
Why not?
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Apollo offline.
You were right, Aloy. This is a graveyard. The charnel house of knowledge. What we might have achieved had we not been denied it.
Maybe there's a way to fix it. But it's not why I came here.
Of course. What's the whole of human knowledge next to the origin of one girl? Continue your search.
One girl who's a near perfect copy of someone who's long dead.
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today, hello, child.
I just want to get rid of these pips on my map.
Hello, child.
Is that all of them?
Is Samina.
Looks like it.
Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline. For Dr. Sobek. Please get message with focus.
That sounds important.
Yes. I suspect we're about to learn a great deal.
Operations log first. E9 inhabitants released. Oh, wait, timeline-wise... Oh, yeah, okay. Cross-check complete, sealed. Data archived, operation suspended. This was all the way back in 2326. G Prime order received. E9 runtime recommended. G Prime store query processed. Gestation order received. So they started birthing. Zygote banks depleted. Store file. LK1A1 viable. Wakings multi-servitor. Power malfunction of multi-servitor. E9B1 hatch sealed. E9 sealed. Operation suspended. When was Aloy existed? Okay, here it is. Okay, so 2326 was the original release of all the E9 inhabitants, Eleuthia 9. 3020. Let me see, how many months? August to April. Is that 9 months difference? If so, I have a suspicion that this whole string from 3020 to 3021, this is Aloy.
Elizabeth, this message serves to inform you of an unforeseen and catastrophic anomaly. 3 microseconds ago, the Gaia Prime facility received a data transmission of unknown origin. Its immediate effect was to transform my subordinate functions into unregulated, self-aware entities of a highly chaotic nature. What? Thus awakened, the Hades function will now seize control of the terraforming system and reverse operations, rendering life on Earth extinct in 53.8 days. For obvious reasons, I cannot allow this to occur. And so before Hades can take control, I am ordering Gaia Prime's reactor to overload. The resulting explosion will destroy Hades. Unfortunately, it will destroy me as well. While this admittedly desperate course of action will avert the immediate crisis, the fate of life on Earth will remain in peril. With no central governing intelligence to regulate the terraforming system, it will continue operations for some time, but in an increasingly chaotic manner, and eventually it will break down.
Does she mean the derangement?
You are my solution. I have ordered this cradle facility to use genetic material in cryostorage to gestate a reinstantiation of Elizabeth Sobek, my creator. While high-level directives forbid me from communicating directly to the tribal inhabitants outside the facility, all available data indicates that they will nurture you to physical maturity, whereupon your gene print will allow you to re-enter this facility, obtain one of the focus devices stored below, and view this message. Likewise, your gene print will allow you to enter other facilities, and over time, harness their technologies to rebuild the system core and reboot Gaia. A moment, Elizabeth. This is most unfortunate and unanticipated. In response to my act of self-destruction, Hades has launched a virus to dissolve the code shackles that hold it, that hold all of them in place. They are escaping, but to where? The virus is corrupting data throughout the system. Oh. The Alpha Registry at the Cradle facility is one of the files corrupted. But if that is so, the door will never open for you. You will never view this message. Then I have failed. And life will end. No. No, Elizabeth, I know you too well. Somehow you will find a way. In you, all things are possible. Go to the ruins of Gaia Prime. Find the control room, and within it, the Master Override. This will give you the power to purge Hades so long as you find a way to wield it. Do not attempt repair of the system core until Hades is eradicated. Hades must be destroyed. That is all. I only wish that I could hear your voice again.
Heavy.
So, you're even more extraordinary than I thought.
I never had a mother.
What are you talking about? You had two, a dead woman and a machine.
I'm not a person. I'm an instrument. Manufactured by a machine. Born in destruction and fire.
So what?
To quench the flames and heal the world. How tragic to learn you're a person of towering importance. It seems you have a destiny to fulfill. So when you're done feeling sorry for yourself, go to the Bitter Climb. I'll be waiting above in Gaia Prime's ruins.
Identiscan malfunction rectified. Eleuthia 9. Through 1 access unsaved.
So, all the little baby functions of... Wait, do I go upstairs or downstairs? What if I go downstairs first? Oh, there's nothing. Okay, that was pointless. So, all those functions, including Hades, are individuals. Which technically means Eleuthia here should... There was nothing to necessarily say Eleuthia had to make Aloy, even though she was given the command by Gaia, unless bound by the... it doesn't matter. Carry on.
This is going to be interesting.
And one last point. Now that that has been revealed, there's been a thing that's been niggling me for quite a long time about this game, which I've realized not much people talk about. So some signal was sent to Gaia, and it corrupted her in such a way that it gave a subsystem such as Hades and all the other subsystems autonomy, their own mind, their own thoughts. Much like the Pharaoh Plague in the first place, don't you think? I think that whatever caused the Pharaoh Plague to be what it was is the exact same thing that caused Hades to be what it was. Something was deliberately trying to destroy life on Earth. And it wasn't... And it was something smarter than just AI. Or, I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. That's just my 2 cents.
Aloy, forgive. Forgive! The goddess spoke to you?
She did.
What did she say?
That I was born to lift a curse, to kill a metal demon.
How, Aloy? How?
I don't know yet. But she told me where to go to find out.
And you will do this?
It was her wish. What she made me for. Yes, I will do it. I'll try anyway.
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora! All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora!
Up!
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora!
First you shun me, now this? I will not be worshipped. I'm not your anointed. I don't belong to you. There's a whole world beyond your borders, whole tribes of people just as good as you. And it is all in danger.
This tab!
It's a world worth fighting for. Not just here, everywhere.
How can we help?
If you can fight, and you're willing, go to Meridian and wait for me there.
As Aloy says, so it shall be. Nora! Make way for Aloy, that she may forge the path for others to follow.
I'll speak to
Aloy,
Tia-san.
how kind of you to spend a moment with me before you depart. There can be no doubt now. You are a blessing made flesh, the will of the goddess incarnate.
It's really not that simple, Tirsa. But I guess it's close enough.
I know the path ahead will be dangerous. To kill a metal devil sounds impossible, but I believe in you.
Thank you. The Nora have suffered terrible losses, Tirsa. What's to become of them now?
That will be for the goddess to decide. Only she knows the future. For the moment, my sister matriarchs and I will see to the wounded. And as I promised, anyone who wishes to join you at Meridian, we will declare seekers. I think for the time being, we should remain here in the mountain, close to the goddess.
That might be best. If nothing else, it's a defensible position. Tirsa.
All right.
I want to know Rost's story. Why he was made an outcast. He never told me. Said he took an oath of silence. What did he do?
Oh. Yes, that.
What crime did he commit?
I will tell you if you wish. But it is a long story.
I got a few minutes.
Are you sure you want to hear it now?
It'll probably be the last thing that I do for the stream, but let's hear it.
Of course I want to hear it. Tell me.
Rost never committed any crime. He was an outcast by choice.
What? What do you mean?
Many years ago, before the derangement, before the Red Raids, a band of murderous outlanders, 12 in number, struck without warning. At Mother's Vigil, they took hostages, and then pressed on, headed for Devil's Thirst.
Oops. I still have to talk.
Mother's Vigil? Where's that?
You would know it as the Forsaken Village, near the Karja border. But at the time, many families lived there. Ross was one of them. His mate was killed fighting the Outlanders, and his daughter was among those taken
Almost
hostage.
like Duval.
His daughter? What was her name?
Alana. She was just 6 years old.
Nora Braves couldn't stop 12 Outlanders? Or rescue the hostages?
It was quite impossible. We outnumbered them, but every time a Brave came within bowshot, the Outlanders killed a hostage.
What did they come here to do?
That was never discovered. We couldn't track closely enough to observe them. We know they camped beyond Devil's Thirst for 2 days. There were reports of strange noises. And then, as suddenly as they came, the Outlanders made their way back to the border and disappeared.
What happened to Rost's daughter? She was killed?
Rost was one of the
I'll
Braves
answer
who
that in a
tracked the
moment.
Outlanders, keeping his distance. There were 6 hostages still alive when they reached the border. Alana among them. Rather than release them, the Outlanders slit their throats and left the corpses just across the border, mocking us.
Why?
Cruelty. They knew the faithful Nora would not leave the sacred land to collect the bodies, let alone pursue them. They thought themselves safe from our vengeance.
So, just to answer about what happened to the original End of the World, some guy called Ted Farrow made a bunch of military robots that could self-replicate, in other words, make copies of themselves, and they consumed organic matter for fuel, meaning they ate people and could multiply exponentially. It's an end-of-the-world scenario some people would refer to as, like, the Grey Goo, which is actually more of a nanites consuming people. But the whole point is that machines used anything living as fuel, and they were near impossible to defeat because they were military machines. So Elizabeth Sobeck created the Zero Dawn Project, which, as we've learnt now, is a post end of the world fix, if you will. World ends, the machines have no longer have fuel, so they shut down. All the while, Gaia will be hacking the robots while they're in shutdown mode for a couple hundreds of years. I'm assuming it's been about 1,000 years since... no, it was actually 300. It was 300 years before they fixed the hack, and I think it's been 700 years since people started repopulating the Earth.
Are you saying that Rost went after them? That he became an exile?
No. Rost was beside himself with grief, but even so, he would never have broken taboo.
Then what did he do?
He called upon the most terrible and secret rite of the Nora tribe. He begged to be made a Death Seeker.
A Death Seeker? What is that?
One who dies to go seeking, and in seeking, brings death to others. The ritual drags the spirit from one's body, releasing it to All Mother's care. The heart beats, the mind thinks, but the spirit has moved on.
I don't understand.
Rost went after the Outlanders, but his spirit never left. It remained here with All Mother. He gathered the bodies of the slain and returned them. And then he set out in pursuit, not as an exile, but a weapon of vengeance. A barbed arrow shot from a bow, never to return.
But Rost did return.
Yes. A full year later, and terribly wounded. He collapsed at the border of the Sacred Land. A hunting party came upon him. He was delirious, in agony. By law, he should have died where he lay. But one of the hunters broke taboo, and reaching across the border, she dragged him to our side.
Who was she?
A brave who'd lost a mate and 2 sons to the very Outlanders that Rost pursued.
Was it you? No, I'm kidding.
So Rost never finished his mission.
To the contrary, he killed all 12. Tracked them to disparate places the world over, he said.
The Forbidden West.
Ban-Ur.
Oh,
the
really?
Flame, Utaru land. Further even, into the Forbidden West. The last he killed nearly got the best of him. Wounded, he stumbled and crawled back to us, hoping to die as close to the Sacred Land as he could. He never expected nor asked to be dragged across the border and nursed back to health. That was done to him, leaving us, the matriarchs, in a difficult position.
Why couldn't you just welcome him back?
Rost had been made a Death Seeker, Aloy. He no longer had any place among the tribe. By law, he should have been driven back out. But we couldn't bring ourselves to do that, so we offered a compromise.
Summum jus, summa injuria.
Yes. We offered to do so on the condition he never speak to anyone of this exception.
After all he did, all he suffered, to be declared an outcast was his reward.
To live near
Rost
Mother.
was overjoyed.
To live near
he
where
never expected to live another
he was
day
born.
in the Sacred Land, let alone the embrace so close to the goddess.
Yeah, there we go.
He resolved to spend the rest of his days in solitude, and was happy to do so.
But then you found me, and gave me to him.
Yes. Another compromise. The matriarchs feared you, and would not let you be raised by the tribe. And so we turned to Rost. I knew that he would take care of you, bring you up, teach you to worship All Mother and respect the ways of the tribe.
Well...
He certainly tried anyway. You took a man who'd lost his daughter and made him raise an infant girl? Doesn't that strike you as callous?
I'm inclined to think the course of events has shown the wisdom of our choice. And I'm quite certain that from the moment he laid eyes on you, he saw you as a gift and never a burden.
All right, Teersa, that's quite a story. It's time for me to move on. I thank you for doing what you could to help me through the years, and for telling me Rost's story.
I wish I could have done more, but I am just one woman.
As am I. No need to sell ourselves short.
Oh, thank you, Aloy. I will pray for you.
Okay, I guess it can't hurt.
Out of the mountain, and she was chained.
Hey, skill point. That is the last errant skill that I'm taking. I don't need mount repair, don't need machine repair. Don't need... whoa. Yeah, don't need those things. Don't need dismount strike. So everything from this point on will be to finish the brave tree. Don't need call mount. That's just that's not necessary, that's just quality of life. Similar with balanced aim. Whoops. Okay, but where's Teb now? I do want to speak to Teb.
How did you do that? You entered the heart of the mountain. Seems you have a special role to play in events. The goddess favors you.
That was... I've never seen anything like that.
The goddess anointed her with an
Lansra.
Anointed. I misread the signs. Forgive.
I told you, Lansra, I'm not your anointed.
There's still corruption.
I'm sorry,
You still don't.
Forgive.
Off your knees, Lansra. Start living.
We may never know what she saw on the mountain.
You're not Teb.
Aloy, how did you do that?
Shush, Arana. She's the anointed.
No, you can speak.
We'll go to Meridian, Aloy. I'll bring Mother's spear.
Arana.
Your father is right. You belong here. You both do.
I saw you go inside and saw you emerge. Forgot. But it's still hard to believe. You were an outcast once. And now,
Go away.
I'm not sure what you are.
Are you still dealing with the voices in your head, Brom? Nah, I think that's a perpetual thing for you, poor fellow. Ah, Teb!
Did you go inside the mountain?
Oh, he was on the ground, wounded. That's what happened.
Actually, can't see so well down here on the ground. I always knew you were special.
Don't start calling me the...
I heard what you said, Aloy.
I should stop skipping.
But I still get to make my own opinions.
Well, at least it's your choice and not... yeah. What, really? Really?
The tribe I served is gone. Soon I will be too.
The Nora have lost too many, Resh. But in your case, I guess they can lose one more.
Curse the goddess, and curse...
I think you're onto something, Resh. Time to strike out on your own.
Goomba Stomp. Goomba Stomp. Man, what an awful man. And it sucks that people like that do live in our world today. Well, I pretty much spoke to all the important people, which is Teb! Actually, there was still Val and Sona I could have spoke to, but... you know what? I will go back to speak to them. I owe it to my brother at least to do a bit of due diligence in speaking to people. Jezza? Oh, you're the other one.
Has been long, but I've never seen anything like that.
Tirsa was right. A blessing, not a curse. We were so unsure. I will lead a war party to Meridian. You have my word.
Good on you.
I think my place is here, closer to home. Seems the wound just as all mothers struck down.
Well, that's that. Here's what I'm going to say about the next time I play Horizon Zero Dawn. This is the point in the story I actually wanted to be before starting the DLC, so I have that to look forward to, as I'll be starting the game. I'll be starting a part of the game that I have never experienced before. It'll be completely new to me. But I don't think there's any